Good morning, my dear friends. Today I am here not to give you any lecture, not to tell you anything. I am just here to tell you a very basic thing, that is value of time. As you know very well, you are super smart, super intelligent, and nowadays you people are working so hard. So you must know that your exams are approaching day by day near to you. Whenever your exams are coming to you, you are having a high pressure that you have to cover this, that, and everything in your syllabus. But there is a biggest problem with nowadays. What a student is facing is that they are not valuing their time. Everybody knows valuing time is most important for us, but knowing this truth, we are not using it. Why? Because we are just wasting our time in many other things. We are wasting our time in doing rest of the work. We are wasting our time in just scrolling the Instagram reels, which is very famous nowadays. And we are doing many more activities, playing games and doing online things. So we should stop that, or we should make an actual schedule for that. But we should not waste our time. My dear friends, time is very precious. It is so precious for you that if once the time has gone, you cannot recall it back. As you know, if you have spent something on some good or by for purchasing any good, you cannot get that money back. Same, as you spend your time day by day, what will you face? That your time has gone but nothing is there in your hand. Same happens. So you should value the time. Time is never waiting for you. Time will not wait for you anyhow. You have to wait for the time. You have to wait for the exact occurrence of the time. Then when, how, and how will you cope up with the things? Now, most of the students who are just learning in the schools, they are in a very hurry and they are in a very confusing state because their exams are approaching so near. But they are facing one problem, that their subjects are more, time is least for them. So this is what I want to tell you today, that how will you evaluate each and everything properly, how will you do the thing in a proper manner so that you can achieve your goal. For achieving anything in your life, if you want to achieve a very simple thing in your life, a very easiest thing in your life, you need to work on in time. If you will leave that, you cannot achieve it. So now just you focus on the word that if you will manage every hour, every single minute for doing a work, you will surely get the things. But in case you waste your time by thinking that you will achieve it in future, you are having a lot of time and you will do it in the later part. So it will never happen with you. By thinking it, I will go for doing it to the next time. No, we should not think for that we should not even put the thing on the next day. We should do it right now. We should start it for doing it now only so that we could achieve it in the future for sure. So I'll just explain you this concept, this basic term, time. How should we value it? By a mean of story. A story, this is a very simple story. I think all of you have heard once in your life, but this is a very so simple story that whenever in your future, whenever you want to become a good person, want to achieve your goals, you should remember it once. I'm going to just tell you about the story. That story is all about, there was a person whose name was Ramesh. He lives in a village and he is a very good person. He is honest person, but he works in field. He has his farms. He works in a field. When he works very hard in the field, but in the morning time. He always had a dream to achieve something big in his life. And he is working on it. but the time he's working is in the morning only. In the morning time he's just focusing on his field, he's working so hard. Every day he goes to field, check out the crops and take care of them, means every work he does in the morning. But he always think that he should just explore his business, he's going to get something more technology innovations or maybe new things in his business. But he always thinks that he never applies it, or he never put any extra efforts to start that new opportunities and new technologies. So what happened, he was just thinking for the dreams. That person was working very hard in the morning, every day he used to go to field, he worked day and night, but he works with his old patterns, he never comes to the new patterns for doing the work on the new patterns, for improving his business, for expanding his business. He is always dreaming of in the evening, but he never does any of the work in the favor of it. What happened once, a wise man came and he just asked a simple question to the Ramesh, that why you are just thinking for your dreams. Why you are just thinking for your dreams. In the evening, you are all free and you are just sitting idly, you are thinking for your dream, that you want to do that in your life, you will do that in your life, how come I will achieve this, I will do this. He always think that I will do, I am having enough time so that I could do it tomorrow or day after tomorrow. But my dear friends, he always thinks only, he never kept his any effort for growing the business. And what happens, he, when the wise man asked him, he said, I am having enough time, so I'll do it later on. But the wise man is just telling the truth of his life, that you should start doing the efforts now, because afterwards you have to do more work. But that Ramesh did not focus to his thing, his words, and he just forgot those words, and he was like, okay fine, I'll do it. He just sent that person. After few years the same happened, he always thinks for the big dreams but never put any effort for it. Few years passed, Ramesh has his friend who is poorer than him, but he automatically achieved the success. Now, how he achieved the success, what dreams the Ramesh was thinking to achieve at the time, he has proved, his friend has proved by doing that work. Means he kept his hard work, he kept his efforts on growing the business day by day by doing the more work in the fields, by bringing more technology. He worked day and night, and in the evening also, in every time he just busy with his work. And whenever he is doing the work, his fruit has came out, he kept his hard work in it and he got a fruit out of it, that is, he got success in his life and he became a good person, a good businessman who achieved all the dreams which was once the dream of Ramesh. So now, what you have learned from the story? The story is very easy. Like it's just a concept of 1 minute only. That Ramesh is a person. He works very hard in the field, but he only works in the morning. He had a lot of dreams, but he always thinks for the dreams. Never kept any efforts. He never put any efforts on his dream, so he lagged behind. But whenever the things came out, what happened to him? A person came to him. He just asked him, why you're not trying to do efforts in your on your dreams? So he said, I am having enough time to do it. But he never think of that this is the right time for doing the efforts and for bringing the new change in his business. He always think there is time, I am having enough time, but it has kept. His friend has done what he was thinking for doing, because he invested his time in doing hard work instead of just only dreaming. His dreams were working and his friend was working hard, and he achieved the success before Ramesh. So, what you have learned with the story, that even a single day we should not waste our time. Every single moment you should start doing your work, you should not waste it. As my dear friends, you are very small, maybe some are growing up, they are in senior classes also, and in senior classes the child is having least amount of time because his most of the times are now consuming in the school or in the tuition classes, and after coming back they had to do the written portion of the work also, and still they are lacking behind with the learning. That lacking we should not forget. We should put some efforts for improving the value of it. We should keep some of the things in it. We should put something inside it, what that we should try to manage. We should try at least this thing, that if we manage the time, if I will divide my hours, working hours of my day in some portions, and I divide my working in those portions, it will be more easier for me. And right that only the person who are achieving success in the life, the leaders, the chief ministers, and the IPS, IAS, how they have achieved. Everybody is having only 24 hours in a day, but still they are working like 30 hours in a day. How? This is a big question mark, that how they are working like 30 hours in a day just by valuing the time. They are managing their time in such a portions that in a small portion they are doing so large work, big work, which makes them, which conveys them that yes, you are right. They are not regretting. They are not only thinking that we should achieve it, they are putting their efforts. So my dear friends, it's right time to just put efforts in your life. If you want to become a big person, you'd never think of this thing that now I'm a small kid, I'm just learning in the school, and later on when I grew up and I just moved to the college and any other universities, then only I had to put focus. No, if you will make a habit of putting efforts from your beginning of life, it will result you in future a very well and a very successful business. And you should not waste your time for scrolling the Instagrams, for just looking for the games and moving for the movies and all things. This is a part of life, but when you achieve something, you can surely put some efforts on that also. You can surely make some particular time for that also. But for getting a education, you are getting education in the school, fine, but if you will not putting your self sufficiency in it, when you are not doing your self studies for your work, how will you get it? Suppose a child is going in the school, he is working in the school for 8 hours, but what is the problem that child is not responding next day for the same question if a teacher taught him that before a day? Why? Because that child has not learned or has not revised the things from his home, what his teacher has taught him, and the day to day he forgets each and every part. So how will he recall those concepts till his examination? It is my humble request to all of you not to waste your time. You should value your time, and your time is very, very, very precious for you. It is just a gift of nature. You should not waste a single second of your schedule. You should just invest it, because investing it now will give you future profits. So put your investments. Your parents are putting investments in the businesses just to getting out the profits in the form of money. Similarly, students, you have to put that investment in the form of studies now, so that you will achieve your goals in the future. Your investments, your parents are investing money and you are investing your studies. If you will just invest your studies today, you will definitely get a good future with lots of profits and successful. And now I'm just giving away to parents also, that parents should not use the mobile phones in a very big amount, or for a very long period of time, because a child always learns from a teacher or his parent. Teacher only conveys the message and looks after in the school only, but a parent has to look the things at home also. If you are using the screen time for a very long hours, so your child will also go for the same thing. So it is my humble request to every parent that they should avoid using the mobile phones in the front of a child. They should avoid using the TV screens, or they should avoid using the different sites, social networking sites in the front of child, because a child only learns two things, learns things from two person, that is his teacher or maybe his parents. So it is my request to parents that this is a very precious time for them. We are also looking as a teacher to the child in schools, and we are requesting you to come to just look after your child in the home, what they are doing, how they are doing. They should have a timetable for their learnings. If they had a timetable of about 6 hours they are getting vacant at home, so they should invest at least 5 hours in studies and 1 hour for their break, so their mind also get refreshed. This is my humble request to each and every parent. They should look after the child, they should look after the schedule of child, they should check. And if they are illiterate also, at least they should look after that what is actually a child doing, learning, writing, recalling what he is doing. At least they should go for that. If they can show a single percent concern on the child will always get a fear in his mind that his parents is also putting a control on me, so I have to do my work. And this only will change the life of a child. And we as a teacher, I am also a teacher, and rest of the teachers, we are working hard just to make their bad habits go away and bring a good habit in a child. So my dear students, you should value the time, and you should make a proper schedule for your examination, so that you did not lack with each and every portion. You should cover every portion. If you had any problem, you consult your teachers, they will be there for your problems, but you should at least put your efforts. And this is a lesson of life, that if you invest the studies now, you will get a good future in a form of profits in the coming future. Thank you, my dear friends, and have a very safe and a nice day.